proof sets, mint sets, the two sets the U.S. Mint makes for us every year, at least now. But most of us weren't around when they first started this. But the oldest, the uncirculated or mint sets, 1947. Proof sets started in 1950. 3/4 of a century later, we're here in 2024. Through all of this, there are three sets that I believe get looked over big time. And that is when we moved from Philadelphia being in charge of everything to San Francisco taking care of everything in '68. That same year, we also changed how our mint sets are packaged and flowed. And that's where the sleeper and the secrets come in. And that's up next. So we're talking about uncirculated sets. You might recall there were double sets until 58, right? 59, we started the similar polypack packaging. 64, 90% silver is pulled from the dime, quarter, and half dollar, right? But everybody thinks that everything in silver was pulled. And the answer is no. The U.S. Mint did not pull silver Kennedys until 1971. They pulled the dime and they pulled the quarter in 65. Copper clad, turn it sideways, a sandwich, right? But 71 was the Kennedy half dollar in clad. So when they brought back San Francisco as the key, right, for making proof sets and now uncirculated sets, you can see that through the envelope here, or through the polypack to the envelope. San Francisco's now in charge of all of our special sets. So we have a 68, a 69, and a 70 that are, well, we call them secret silvers. They're really not, because they're all silver at that time, but nobody knew they were. And that's the key. So the other unique thing is, you'll notice by looking at these sets, there's only one Kennedy half dollar per year. The other name you might have heard in the industry is the Denver secrets, the Denver silver Kennedys. Who's ever heard of a Denver silver Kennedy? All the current silver Kennedys are proofs, and they're from San Francisco, right? Who ever heard of a Denver? Other than the 214 set, right? Denver only, 68, 69, and then the magical set and the Holy Grail in the entire 60-plus year Kennedy program is the 70D. 70D. And that 70D is unique because the government made the coin in 1970, but they did not push it out into circulation. The only way to get that coin right there was buying this set. And over the years, if you bought a Kennedy half dollar set and it had a 70D in it, because there's a hole for it, and they made it, it came from this set. That 70D, D mint mark right below the neckline, that's the key. My competition sells this coin, which came from that set, at $60.50 alone. Alone. We're selling you all three sets, which is 3 silver Kennedys, and we're under that price. Now, if you want to add in the other 2 silver Kennedys, the 68 and the 69, both of them Denver as well. Only Denvers were made. No Philadelphia coins, no San Francisco coins in uncirculated condition those years. They're at between $25 and $26 a coin. That's another $50, which is, taking those 2 coins, it's more. You get the 70D free. 70D, get the other 2 coins for free. The bottom line is for just the half dollars, they're double our price. 3 coins. Now, something else you're noticing is on these sets, in these sets, how come there are 3 Lincoln cents? That doesn't make any sense. Well, they stopped making them in 1954, right, the Wheatie time frame, but they brought them back in 68, and they made them through the bicentennial. So right to that point, so to 74. So there are 7 San Francisco memorial sets, cents, that were made for circulation, which means they have been added to this set. The top shelf gives it away, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, but the bottom 2 show you the same thing. Just a little extra plus as to why is there an extra coin. They didn't make a San Francisco just because they weren't making the other half dollar. It just happens to be they did so, and the packaging kind of balances. Now, my competition does have these 3 beautiful, original, uncirculated sets just like you're seeing on your screen. They're known as the white envelope sets, the red and blue polys, poly pack. Ready? $87.85 was the lowest price we could find. So we're talking 35 plus more dollars than we have for the same three. So if you have one, it's time for another. If you don't have them, again, we're in 2024. These are over a half a century old in the original packaging, and that coin has been decimated and destroyed over the years in this format. And it only came out in this format. That's the fun part about it. Every set that's put together in a Dansko or Whitman album has to come from that set. So over time, that set becomes the premium in that set. I collect uncirculated sets. Well, I got everything but a 1970. Now, the other thing that's important, you're noticing on this shot especially, right there, you notice the red mint medallion, the Bureau of the Mint. People have repackaged these over the years, but nobody touches that medallion and repackages that. They know better, right? So as a result, when you're looking at these sets, the important thing is the mint medallion, and is it the color it's supposed to? The red matches the red sleeve, the blue matches the teal-ish sleeve. It's all great. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. I only had a handful of these available. Again, one of my favorites because of the story everybody forgot. And it's really not a secret, but today, 50 years later, it kind of feels like one. I just didn't know. Everybody assumed we pulled 90% silver on all fronts. They think that we pulled dimes, quarters, and half dollars, but we did not. We had, what, half dollars continue until 70. These are the last three, the only three of the modern era that are silver Kennedys and uncirculated sets, and they're Denver all. This one's special, and tonight, under $50. That's a crazy deal.